I don't think people realize how dire food insecurity is in our community. A University of Washington study from this year showed that nearly 50% of respondents in King County said they experienced food insecurity in the past year.
Prices are just outrageous. I mean, milk, eggs, everything is so expensive.
We didn't know how we were going to pay our rent. We were short on food.
I had to decide between food and medication.
This past year in the food bank has been our busiest year on record. We've seen a convergence of major events happening that have had really challenging impacts on the clients who come in to visit us. Inflation hitting all-time records. We saw SNAP benefits being decreased. Food insecurity really increased overnight, and food banks are having a really hard time keeping up with that demand.
We left Ukraine in March last year. It was terrible. We heard bombs and kids started to scream. People were in panic, trying to leave.
You know, I got into a situation that wasn't very great. It was a very obsessive, very violent situation. He didn't let me eat for 11 days, just a lot of abuse. And I ended up in a domestic violence shelter with nothing.
When we came here, a few people told me about a nice food bank at Jewish Family Service. Frankly speaking, it was hard for me because in Ukraine we could support our kids by ourselves.
The stigma of going to a food bank can be overwhelming for people and can prevent them from going.
You know, you feel like everyone's judging you or people are going to look down on you. And there's a lot of that at a lot of the different food banks around here.
But then when smiling people told me, it's okay, you can have food, we feel this sincere will to support.
Dignity, humanity, just love and compassion here is such a big deal. They actually care about your situation.
And they get diapers and a big bottle of juice, and my kids were so happy, you know. When you are in a difficult situation, even a smile or just kind word can help.
For me personally, I don't have a sense of safety in a lot of places because of what I've been through. And it's the only place where I have a sense of safety. I absolutely go home from the food bank every time feeling better than when I went, every time, hands down.
We wouldn't be able to have made this dramatic shift without the community response that we've had. We've had to increase the number of volunteers who do home delivery, volunteers on our East Side Food Bank, increase food donations through events like the Food Sort.
We're really grateful to all people who help us because when you feel that you're like in the middle of nowhere, when you don't know where to go and you come and you have someone who is just kind to you, so we see that the world is full of kind people who want to help and make it better.